Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And yeah, we're back. I always get excited when we have a psychic or even a psychic medium joining us, and we've got a really good one. And she doesn't just do that. She does so many other things, ordained ministers, cleansings. I mean, the list goes on for Judie Burroughs. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm very good. Thank you, Steve. How about yourself?
Doing well, doing well. I know you had a little bit of surgery on your nose there, so I wish you well on that. Hope that heals fast.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I had a little bit of basal cell carcinoma, but I worked in the sun for many, many years without sunscreen because I thought I was invincible. It's coming back to bite me in the rear.
say no more. Been there, done that, had lots of surgery, same exact type of cancer. And when you were younger, you thought, it's not good for you, but it won't bother me. I won't have a problem with it. And sometimes it comes back. Yeah, yep. Exactly. You know what? I wasn't even thinking this, but now that you mentioned it, and because you have psychic abilities, do you foresee anything going into like a procedure like that? Like, do you get feelings, or are you immune to it? It doesn't affect you. You can only read other people.
So listen to this story. Crazy. So I have had 23 kidney surgeries because I'm a stone maker. For some reason, my body just loves to produce stones.
You love to be stoned. You love to be stoned. That's what it is.
You should have your own comedian platform.
I write my own material. All right, continue.
But so I was going back to have it's some kind of tube that goes, in your bladder, and they got to remove it after your surgery is done, and everything is fine. And I was going to have it taken out. So I go and my husband and I walked in the room, and he sat down, and I immediately knew I was going to get an infection from the medical equipment that they used to remove the tube. And I did. I actually got a life-threatening infection from it. Almost killed me.
So you sense that going into the procedure?
When I tell you my anxiety was so high, because I'm a normally calm person, but this one particular time, very first time I've ever had this infection, it's called ESBL, really complicated. And when I sat down, I didn't know what the infection was, but when I sat down and I looked at the equipment, I was like, oh my God, it's tainted. Something's wrong with it. But I would have seemed like a crazy person had I said something like that.
Right.
In retrospect, do I wish I had? Probably, yeah.
Wow.
But
yeah. But you're already in. Like you're there, you're ready to go. So what are you going to say? Hey guys, I'm going to cancel today's appointment. I'm on my way out. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Wow.
Yep. Oh, and then, then of course I did what I tell all my clients never to do. I second guessed myself. I was like, okay, shut off. It's not true. It's not real.
Yeah.
and it was.
I love that you said that. Let's center on that for a second. Your gut feeling and second guessing yourself. Now, I've been told, and ever since I was told this, and it was only even recently, that when it's a lighter feeling, it's the right answer. When you have it's just more heavier, it's just kind of weighing you down, but you're thinking, maybe I should go with that option, but it seems heavier, but it seems more logical. Always shy away from that. What are your thoughts? Is that
because it's more? Yes, because it's more emotional. When your first thought is immediate and light, like you said, go for it. But when you have that heavy, overpowering, most of the time, there's also emotions attached to it, and emotional decisions are not good. But that initial light, yes, go for it. Because when you second guess yourself on those in that time, you're giving away your gift. Intuition is our gift we were given at birth. We all have it. But we give it away so much by second guessing ourselves.
Wow. It's funny, as we're saying that, I'm getting chills because I'm thinking back to decisions and I'm trying to remember whether it was a lighter or a heavier feeling.
Right.
Yeah, it's I think it's so true and much more powerful than we even imagine. And we just
Yes.
let it go because we think, oh, well, that's life. I'm thinking two things and I got to make a decision. But this decision's already been made, maybe by the universe, and you need to go with that answer. But
Mhm.
this gets in the way. This gets in the way.
It does. It does, and it messes us up 9 out of 10 times. And then after the fact, you're going back and you're going, man, I wish I would have. But then it's too late. Of course, I wish I
Yeah.
would have went with my first thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times do we say that as people?
So much. But I will say, in my journey and being more, people say I'm a little intuitive. They say that I'm spiritual. This is
Mhm.
people in your realm. Um, I'm finding that I'm calmer and more confident in the decisions, and I don't worry about it as much because I feel like I've made the right choice, and it's all cool. It's all going to be good.
Yep.
It's a weird feeling. It almost sounds cocky, but I'm so
Yeah.
humble. I really am. But it's like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's going to be all right. I'm not going to worry about that. That's going to be cool.
No, I actually I know exactly what kind of person you are, so I know what you're saying is true.
Interesting. Now, not to get personal, but you had the procedure, the skin cancer procedure on your nose. When did you have that?
Monday.
Monday. We're in a Mercury retrograde.
Yep.
Did that steer your decision? Because I've always heard too, elective surgery, and maybe you could have put that off. Was that on your mind too?
You know, Retrograde has never really affected me.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe it's an Aquarius thing, maybe it's an RH negative thing. I have no idea. Maybe it's an alien thing because my husband said I'm.
Aren't we all?
Now I don't know if he's saying alien or cuckoo, but whichever one it is,
Yeah.
um, it's really never affected me. And I deal with so many people that come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, the retrograde is making everything go crazy. And my electronics, my car is breaking down, my life's going to crap. And I'm like, I'm over here like,
Wow.
everything's great in my world.
Why do you not worry about it? I'm curious.
I just don't feel, maybe because it doesn't affect me. So my life just continues as it always does. I mean,
But
I
maybe
don't
it's
think about
because
it.
you have certain intuition that you can navigate around it without worrying about it like the rest of us do, because you're steering around the potential. By the way, Mercury retrograde, a brief 15-second explanation, happens like 3 times a year. This year it's going to be 4. It's about 3 weeks at a clip, and it's where the planet Mercury appears to be going backward and things kind of go haywire. Communication, travel, you're going to send a text, you check and double check. They say elective surgery, opt not to. Um, just things happen. Technology, if you notice
Mhm.
things going a little crazy. Did I believe in the beginning of it? No. And then I started observing, and it's like, okay, so why did this happen during that period? Why was it not outside that period? I don't know. Something to be on your radar. It ends on June 2nd. And there's your info. They also say don't buy a major purchase like a car or a
Right.
house because something could get screwed up. Maybe not
Mhm.
if you do your due diligence and you check and double check and make sure that everything's correct, you should be okay. But there you go. Wow.
Or will you?
Yeah, don't do that.
He's like,
Don't do that. But listen, all I'm going to say is yesterday I had a pretty potentially impactful court date, and the other party didn't show up for a completely ridiculous reason. And I wasted my time and it was all, but I said to myself, you know what? It's Mercury retrograde. So probably even better in my favor that I wait. And then it got rescheduled to just after the
Mhm.
retrograde. I'm like, well, good. I'm not going to worry about it now.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you have, among everything that you do in terms of being a psychic medium, a healer, you're very big into candles, and it's been on my radar recently, and I know nothing about candles. Like, what's the whole big deal with the intention candles? What's up with that?
And there's a lot up with it, I'll tell you. And I have such success with my candles that I do. Matter of fact, the door behind us is a whole room, large room with shelves and shelves of candles that I make and bless. I dress them with different oils and herbs according to the intention. And it really gives a person, okay, so when a candle is called blessed and dressed, which all mine are, it means that the maker of the candle, whether it be the person that's doing it or they buy it from somebody like myself, you fix it with, like I said, the right oils and herbs for the intention that you're trying to do. And that can be for many things. Bring back my mate. I have a bitch be gone candle. When somebody's interfering in your relationship that you want them, just to go away, go bye-bye. I have court case candles. I have pregnancy candles. And if anybody goes to my Etsy and just read the reviews, like some of the candles, depending on your manifestation ritual, they can work very, very, very quickly. And sometimes, things have to be moved out of the way before that thing can happen, but it usually comes to fruition.
Interesting. So with the intention of the candle, and when you have them blessed and dressed, does somebody say in advance, hey, Judie, I need a candle for this? And is it specifically you set the intention for it, or does the person buying it do it?
Well, it depends. So just say they're buying it to burn themselves. So they will set the intention. I do what I need to do, bless it and dress it, and I send it to them. And then of course, I have instructions that come with it, exactly what to do and what feeling you're going to get when you initially, do the speaking out and everything. But I also have a dedicated client altar with a 24-hour live access for folks who cannot do candle work at home. So they can buy the candle from me and then pay an additional fee, and I can burn it on the altar that's for the clients, and they can watch the live stream on my YouTube, the Readings by Judie YouTube. And I always send them a screenshot with the arrow pointing to which candle is theirs. They can focus and manifest and put their intent into their own candle.
Wow. So tell me, Judie, how that works. So let's say I'm going to hypothetically, I need the bitch be gone candle. So
not you, Steve.
I need that one. So let's just say you have, pick any candle, right? You light it and you set the intention. Do you say something prior, and then are you supposed to burn it until it burns out, or are you supposed to burn it for a little while and then come back to it and intent it, so to speak?
So no, when my candles, I can't speak for everybody. It's because a lot of people sell, intentional candles. Me personally, you have to, when you get your candle, I like to write in the wax. A lot of people use a petition on brown paper bag with pencil and put it under the candle. I like to write mine in the wax. Okay. So when you're putting your intent and I speak it out, just say the bitch be gone. Lisa Smith, leave my life, never come back, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take it and you close your eyes, you hold it in front of you, and you can either speak out, your prayer or your intention, or you can do it in your mind. And then when you feel that it's been heard, and you're going to feel like a chill or something, when you really put your all into it, then you take in your right hand, you twist it around your body, get it with your left hand 3 times. You spin it around yourself 3 times. Then you set the candle down and you light it. And you have to put it in like a small bowl of water. That's an offering to spirit. You set your candle down in the small bowl of water, you light it, and you don't blow it out, because when you blow it out, you're blowing away your good spirits that came to help.
Wow. So really, you need to burn it right down to the bottom.
Yes.
Okay. So now I understand why you have on your altar, you offer that service, because, maybe you can't have a candle burning 24/7 or however long it's going to take.
Right.
Typically, I don't know, it could take 2 days or whatever. Wow. And, also everything that's involved in it. If you make it easy, that's it. You buy the candle, you set the intent, somebody lets you know what they want the candle for, right? And then you go from there.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. And I'll, depending on whatever it is, I'll write it in the wax, everything that I need to, the names or whatever. A lot of times, if it's a court case candle, I'll take a picture of the client or the, person that's having the court issue, and I'll tape it to the candle. I can't tell you exactly what it does, but I feel like it serves a purpose. But everything, especially inside the wax, in the oils and in the herbs, that really, and sometimes when you start the candle, you can see like little stuff going up where the candles will pop, or you catch different things. Like random times I'll do like a little video, especially at night, and then I'll go back and look, and sometimes you can see things in the video.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because I don't mean to digress here, but in terms of the video, and I'm skeptical, and I'm sure a lot of people listening and watching are like, really? I did a meditation. It was called a cacao ceremony. I don't know if I told you about that. And it uses ceremonial cocoa from Costa Rica in the rainforest.
Okay.
Supposed to be the purest on the planet, lots of magnesium. I'll get right to the point. So after that, and it's supposed to just give you calming, euphoric properties. We do a meditation after that and a breathing exercise. And I don't even have to tell you, the how impactful it was. But to the video, the person doing that or their assistant took a shot of like the 15 people in the room laying on yoga mats, and you could see orbs flying all over the place. And there's no way that had an orb filter or anything like that. It was legit. I'm looking at it because I saw them doing it, and it's like, okay, wow, that's energy. There's something.
Yep,
that's
I'm glad you brought up orbs. A lot of people, and sometimes it is a little dust particle.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes, but you could tell an orb. So, my house, I'm a bug fanatic. I can't have one bug in here. My husband too. He has this little zapper thing. Any bugs come in here, they got to be gone. So it was about 3:00 in the morning, spirit hour, of course. And I got up to get a drink, and we have, our security cameras in the house with night vision. I got up to get a drink. I came out of my door, went into the kitchen. As I'm coming back and I'm going into my room, half asleep. The next day, I don't remember. I think Spirit just said, you need to look at the video cameras. I looked at them, and you could just see, it was like a small angel. And as I'm entering my room, it came out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, and went right in behind me.
Yep. I totally believe it. You're right. You can tell when it's a dust particle. It looks totally different. And when you see orbs, sometimes they kind of repeat a little bit, and it's a whole different thing.
Yep. And they usually glow.
Yeah. And I don't think I recall ever seeing a video orb. Like I've only seen like photos of what appears to be an orb. When you see the video, that's totally different.
I'll have to share that with you.
I would love to see that. That's
it really was amazing.
Wow.
I had to watch it like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And I'm showing everybody, I'm like, watch this and tell me if I'm just crazy. I mean, I am a little bit, but I just couldn't help myself.
Well, the thing is, for somebody in your line of work to say, that kind of swayed you and made you, whoa, that had to be really good. It's pretty powerful.
But you know what though, Steve? That's the great thing about what I do. Even the little things still intrigue me. And I've been doing this all my life. So I know I'm in the right line of business, the right line of whatever I do, because I just get so excited each and every time when somebody sends me a testimony. Oh, my candle worked. Thank you so much. I get so excited. It just makes my heart happy.
Tell me about, and by the way, we're talking with Judie Burroughs, who is a psychic medium. Yeah, I could go on a list here because you do so much. Energy cleansing minister, on and on and on. The website, by the way, is Readings by Judie, Judie, readingsbyjudie.com. How about a recent reading that you validated something that was on target and that did kind of make you say, whoa, interesting.
That's every day.
All right, pick the last
To
couple.
think of
Last
one.
one, yeah.
So I did a reading yesterday for a young lady and I had read her 3 weeks ago. And I told her her child's father supposedly fathered a child with somebody else. And 3 weeks ago, I said, that is not his kid. It's not. It doesn't belong to him. And guess what? Got validation yesterday. It's not his.
Wow.
I mean, that's maybe not like so great.
Oh no,
but
that comes under that category. And for those who are skeptical, there's no way that you would know that. It's not. I'm going to log on to Facebook and find out whether it's his kid. No, there's absolutely no way to know.
Well, I don't even know his name, so.
Yeah. Well, okay, but you
Yep.
got something. What did you see? What did you feel in that situation?
Well, when she was telling me the story about it, and she was like, and there's this child and this girl just had the kid and whatever, and I said, and the baby doesn't belong to him, because I heard it. Spirit said it's not his. So I just said it. I just told her, like, wow. It's not, it doesn't belong to him.
When you do readings, like let's say somebody has something planned or something coming up, can you give them insight on things like that? Like I'm looking at a date of 6/15 of something that I'm working on. I'm not going to say anything. Is that also something you do? I don't want to say, people always say like fortune tell. No, I'm talking about, do you get feelings like that from spirit if somebody's asking you kind of specific questions like that?
Well, when you just said that, I can hear like fireworks. So I don't know if that means like celebration or if it means like success or whatever, but I just heard like, pop, 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 pop. So I don't know.
Yep. You want me to tell you?
No, I'm dying to know. Yes.
Whoa. All right. So here you go. I'm moving. Target date 6/15. I'm hoping to get in sooner, which is a very strong possibility. And that could be around July 4th. Okay. So fireworks always happen around July 4th. Hang tight. Wait, no, more. And this is further validation. And I'll let you know if you're right, if this takes place. But where I'm moving is where they throw a major fireworks show every year, to the point where it will be a couple of 100 feet away from where I'm going to be living.
What?
Not kidding.
I just got chills.
Not kidding.
Wow.
And if it pans out the way I want to, I could be there. And I even told my daughter, do you know the big fireworks show? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that's where we're going to be going. And, we'll be that close.
So you know what? It's definitely going to work out for you.
People, you can't make that up. I mean, I'm not, there you go. And I'm talking one of the biggest shows in my area, and it's a large area, and that's where it takes place, and that's where they do it, because it's on a big hill.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right, drop the mic, drop the candy, whatever you want to say. I'm skeptical, and you just threw that out there, and it makes perfect sense. And I just text where I'm going to be moving, and I said, I hope I can get in earlier than that date. And they said, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem, but we'll let you know. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I will definitely let you know.
Does that kind of go along with the V from last week? Remember the V?
Did I tell you about that?
After I said it, yes.
Well, it was a name, right?
Yes.
All right, we're running late, and I really don't give a damn. So
I love you.
You want more? You want more?
Sure.
Well, here you go. I'm moving to this spot. I wondered if it was the right decision. My gut said yes, with my daughter. And I'm thinking, I just hope it's the right, in my brain, I hope I made the right choice. I hope it's the right choice. I drive past the area by 15 seconds, come to a light, look at a building across the way. And I pass this area all the time. Apparently a new building, and there's a big sign on the building. And the sign said, victory.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
And I thought you were referring to a V name, and there's somebody named Victoria who is in my life, was in my life, that kind, So I thought we were going there, but now that we went to this whole situation,
whoa,
there's the V reference, and you can't make that up. And literally,
wow.
That was my validation. Yeah, dude, you made the right choice there. And you just revalidated it, I guess. She's amazing. Judie is available for readings by Judie, JUDIE.com. You can't make this stuff up. It's just not.
I'm over here floored too. I'm like, wow, that was so cool.
Yeah. And I think people can spot BS, and there's no BS going on here. You're blowing me away. And now all these pieces are coming together. Yeah. And I will let you know if I'm in there in time for the fireworks.
That'd be so wonderful. Can I share you real quick with my audience?
Yeah, sure.
So everybody, this is Steve Harper right here.
Oh, your audience, what are we talking about? Who's there?
Well, no, well, just my husband, but I have, I do a live stream on StreamYard with my YouTube channel, my Facebook, my Readings by Judie Facebook, all that stuff.
Gotcha. Wow. Hi, everyone. And you know what? I'm sure there's a lot of other people there that we can't even see.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. We got to go because we're running really late. It's okay. You want a reading? You want an intention candle? You want just some insight on your life? That's what she does. And apparently she's accurate. That's what I'm finding out too. Not that I ever doubted that, because you hit it up last time, but yeah. All right, Judie, always a pleasure, and great talking with you.
All right, you too, Steve. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you can now listen live on the MyTuner Radio and online Radio Box apps for iOS, Android, and the Amazon App Store. Or check us out online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on onlineradiobox.com/US so you don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned.
This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.